So we've set up kind of some broad picture of what the class is, how to ask questions about it. Now we want to get into actual kind of some details of how the class is going to work and some actual course policies. And so we'll start with grades, if I can get the grades. There we go, we'll lag. So when it comes to grading, there will be a variety of assignments throughout the course. So basically we'll have 3 exams during the course, 1 final exam at the end. All of your lab each week will combine into 1 grade. It's a 4-credit class. One of them is lab. That's why it's 25%. Homework is 12, and then your participation assignments are 12% of your grade as well. So you kind of notice one of the ideas I tried to do is like each test is the same as like all of your homeworks and all of your participations. And then if you take that and multiply it by 2, you roughly get the lab. So labs, because there's a lot more to lab. And then there's a lot more assignments to that. And then the final is just like kind of similar weight, but a little bit higher. So generally homework, participation, each exam all worth 12. Lab is kind of a little more than double that, and final is a little bigger value than that. Really the whole point of grading, the whole point of assigning grades through the semester is to provide you with feedback. And so I want to be doing that. Automatic grading with all the homeworks automatically graded. The pre-lab and techniques, those are parts of the lab that you'll do beforehand. Those are automatically graded. So basically when you finish it, you'll know exactly what your grade is. And then I will be putting overall average grades for your homework and for your participation assignments on Blackboard weekly, so you'll be getting those updated. Part of the labs, the notebook and the post-lab parts, which we'll get into, will require me to manually grade those. And ideally, I'll get those within 1 week of the due date. The finalized test, each test, you'll take a test, and then I'll put the finalized grades on Blackboard by Friday. I will get that done. These are the 1 week on some of the lab stuff is hopeful, but everything else will not be done every week. And so as since it is Gen Chem 2, some of y'all have had me and know that I can tend to get behind with labs. And so I do really try to keep it, and usually at the beginning of the semester stick with it. But everything else, the tests, I'm very good on the tests, I promise. I'm getting those grades back very quickly because those are a lot bigger. So again, it's all about getting feedback, getting you kind of guidance and ideas on how to improve and where things are going wrong. And so I do want to just point out on Blackboard where you can find grades. So you'll note this sidebar over here, this navigation bar. If you come over here, my grades, that tab right there. If you click in there, you'll be able to see each individual assignment. There's a bunch of assignments that are already preloaded in here, and as I make more, they'll show up in here. And so you'll see the grade for each individual assignment. If you grade order by course order is in there. And then I haven't quite got it set up. I was a little sick, so a little delayed in setting up the gradebook, but your active grade will be here. Your overall course grade will be here. So do you have an 85 in the class? Do you have a 65 in the class? Do you have 105 in the class? Whatever it is, you'll get a number that will be updated throughout the semester. So it'll be here throughout the semester. You'll be able to see it. If the semester were to end right now, what number grade would you have for the class, which then gets turned into a letter. So this will be updated. This is manually. See these blue columns or these blue rows are things that are basically dynamically calculated based on all the other grades that I fill in here and things that I put in. Let's go, because I want you to have that information. I want you to know what your grade is right now. I will also produce an Excel spreadsheet that I'll post after the first test with basically the ability for you to not only get that, you can recalculate that overall grade, whatever that number is, but you can see how it can change as the semester moves on. So basically with other test grades and kind of those big assignments, if you do really well on the tests, kind of what is this maximum grade you could get in the class and what's the lowest? If you just stop showing up, if you don't come to the final, can you still pass, kind of stuff. So that's generally the idea of what I'm going for there. And so I want that to be available to you. I want you to have that to you. It's not up now because there's too much left. There's too many variables left. But I will kind of give guidance on how to use that and stuff moving forward. But yeah, if you have any questions about grades, again, feel free to let me know. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to try to help. I'm happy to answer any questions about it. But they always will be there, kind of updated in that My Grades document or My Grades page with all your information dynamically showing. I want you to know where you are in the class. I don't want you to be kind of surprised at the end. But otherwise, that's going to do it for grades. If you have any questions about it anytime along the way, let me know. Otherwise, on to the next one.